Other interesting political news, you have Democrat Rosa DeLauro has a meltdown over Elon. Or perhaps this is Edna from The Incredibles. Thanks to the internet, I now remember what she kind of looks like. Now this comes to us thanks to Libs of TikTok, where, I mean, it's kind of a giveaway that she's a radical leftist. She has purple hair, short, of course. I don't know who, like Elton John glasses. I don't know who's selling these glasses frames. There are attractive glasses frames, folks. I just don't know if leftists don't exist. And, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to make this larger on the screen. Oh, yeah. I mean, the glasses actually look small compared to some of Elton John's she might have larger, more awkward glasses than Elton John. That's saying something. And she has a scarf, even though she's indoors. She should be warm, but I partially digress. Let's hear what she has to say. Maybe she'll surprise us with, again, she's on C-SPAN. She's a representative. Maybe she'll surprise us with some eloquent bullet points and articulation of why she disagrees with some policies or why she's not happy with Elon. I mean, probably not, but let's hear what she attempts to say.
Read on a bill.
They signed it.
And of course, she's a Democrat from Connecticut.
You know what? They got scared because President Musk told them, President Musk said, don't do it. Don't do it. Shut the government down.
Is this filled of crap that no one wants? Yeah, I think a lot of people appreciate that.
Imagine. What does he know about what people go through is when the government shuts down?
Absolutely nothing. Has your life ever had any differences when there's a government shutdown? It was hilarious. There's someone on the Facebook talking about how TSA workers might not get paid. The most inept, useless thing the U.S. government might not get paid? Oh no, heaven forbid. Remember when third-party analysts tested the TSA? They failed to find, what was it, 69 of 73 weapons? Or no, yeah, 72 weapons actually. It's something like that. It's just shadow security, or theater security specifically. It's useless.
Are his employees furloughed? Hell no.
Well, he contributes to society with a private sector business.
Is he furloughed? No.
He's an entrepreneur, so no.
Shut the government down, people don't get paid.
Oh no.
And maybe if none of us got paid if the government shut down, some people on the other side of the aisle would feel differently.
Oh no, they're trying to give themselves a 40% pay raise, mind you, Republicans and Democrats with this bill. Yeah, I can't but think, yeah, if people in DC didn't get paid, yeah, I can't but think most Americans would say, oh yeah, that's fine. In fact, was it last Thursday or Friday? I did a poll on my not Facebook, on the YouTube, where I asked people, hey, they're trying to get a 40% pay increase. What do you think should happen? Do you think they should get a pay decrease, stay the same, have a little increase, or more? Yeah, everyone voted for give them a pay decrease or give them a little bit, or keep the pay as is. No one wanted them to make more.
About where we're going in this effort. We had an agreement. But you know, this is not different from what we've experienced over the last year and a half or so. Think about it. Biden, McCarthy, deal, come together. Next day, walk away. Johnson, Schumer, deal. Next day, walk away. And now this deal, walk away from it. Who do we trust in this body?
Definitely not you.
Above all, can the American people trust us? Trust us with their lives when we had a moment.
She had about 15 pounds of metal in her hand, too. She has some comically large, ridiculous-looking rings.
When we came to agreement as Democrats and Republicans, and then we were able to say, let's move forward. This country, you know, one of my colleagues, I think it was Congressman Neal, who said,
yeah, and thanks to Elon as well as Vivek and Doge, yeah, they started to highlight how much fat was in this bill. How much BS was in there that was not supposed to be. Again, it's supposed to be a continuing resolution, as in you just keep spending the amount you're currently spending. It wasn't supposed to be, again, it's supposed to just continue, which again isn't good, because if we continue working our government, or rather, in working government, exactly as we have, it won't make any dent in the deficit. Again, the U.S. government and us are now $36 trillion in debt because of the ineptitudes and or corruption of Democrats and Republicans. Again, this bill had massive spending in it. And when that started to trend on the Twitter, on the X, and people started to post specific parts of the bill, and they started wondering, oh wait, why they need 10 more billion here, 20 more billion here? What does it have to do with regular operations? Well, nothing. They want to put all their crap in there. I mean, that's why people were so against this. And this went pretty viral. Got 4.1 million views and 43,000 likes. And one of the first comments coming from Libercat Media TM saying, quote, "Why do they always look like this?" And here's I guess there's a picture of her at another time, where she still has about 25 pounds of rings and with a metal bracelet on her wrist, which, sure, I have one thing in terms of like fashion, but it's utilitarian. It's also a multifunction tool. But I partially digress. I kind of wonder there's a conspiracy. Maybe the radical leftists are being, incentivized by big hair dye. They seem to all have blue, purple, or green hair, which green does look good on a car. But in terms of hair, no, it looks comical. And I got 7.5 thousand likes. Paul Zupa says she's a looker, getting 349 likes, which, no, not at all. Based Electrician says, quote, "How did this guy escape the retirement home?" It's just a screenshot of it, getting 3.7 thousand likes. Which, again, who wears a scarf indoors? That's just ridiculous. Scarves in general are not fashionable either, I would argue. Well, Laughing Legend says, quote, "Have you all seen the clip of Representative Rosa DeLauro calling out Republicans because their version of the CR was to fund the government, including pay raises to themselves?" Looks like she actually called out something good. I'm surprised.
Of course, you'll reclaim your time. There are many changes between this bill and the Senate bill. Here is one that I believe the majority will not mention. They amend the Senate bill to give themselves a pay raise.
I'll be damned. We actually agree on something that the radical left, or only she, is bringing up. Because, yes, again, no one thinks DC deserves a pay grade bump. No one. I mean, you're supposed to be a civil servant. You're not supposed to become a millionaire working in the government. That's just ridiculous. Got 222 likes. Valentina Gomez says, quote, "This expired rainbow bully belongs in a nursing home and not in Congress," getting 2.9 thousand likes. Going down more and more. Wow, she's 81 years old. I mean, while I don't agree with mostly what she's saying, she actually does sound, well, she can actually articulate words which is more than I can do someday. So I guess I should give her a little credit for that. Going down more and more. Someone by the name of Alan says, "We the people." It says, "We the people have had enough," getting 858 likes. Caroline Okinski says, quote, "What does Elon Musk know? He knows you government thieves are stealing taxpayer money and padding your own pockets. Eventually, through your boomerang bills designed to put sweet, sweet money into your greedy hands. While they're angry, they are being called out," getting 1.2 thousand likes. Which, yeah, oh geez, yeah. Here's someone actually did the statistics on, how much are we spending on interest, which, again, interest is, as well, try to keep my really family friendly, but cover your ears if you have children listening, interest is a bitch. It can make or break a lot of deals. And in this case, the U.S. government, aka our tax dollars, we now pay more on the interest of our loan than we do on defense. Which people have joked about defense being overpriced. That's a debate for another time, perhaps. We do have the best military equipment and people, bar none, for the most part. But yeah, we now spend more on the interest of our loans than defense. So in 2016, we spent, again, this is on interest, $450 billion. In 2017, $457 billion. 2018, $522 billion. 2019, $573 billion. 2020, $523 billion. 2021, $563 billion. 2022, $718 billion. 2023, $879 billion. 2024, thus far, $1.09 trillion. Not paying down the principal, paying interest on federal debt. That's ridiculous. Which, again, we should not be expanding in these packages. I understand why. But, yeah, they want to try to get their own stuff done. But, yeah, ridiculous. Bernard Wakara says, "Meantime," and I forget what movie this is. Is it the Spider-Man? It's the meme in which, he says, you don't have to convince me. And it's Peter Parker saying, "I support a government shutdown." And his friend, who becomes the Goblin, Harry, he says, quote, "But government services will stop and officials will get paid." And Peter Parker says, "I already support it. You have to sell it to me." Getting 725 likes. See here. Reno says there's no getting around it. And she says President Musk told him to shut down the government. And his Democrats shut down the government, getting 949 likes. Jennifer Jones says 196 Democrats voted against disaster relief and hurricane victims for farmers. Getting, 743 likes. That was a motion to suspend and pass. And again, that is part of the bill as well. So again, people on the right, again, Republicans do this as well. They put in what they want, and I hate it. I think it should be illegal for our government to do this, where they have these continuing resolutions and large omnibus packages in which everyone puts in the one thing that they can bring back to their district and say, "Hey, I know you hated 99% of this bill. I hate it too. It's bad. We should have. It's terrible. But we got this one thing. You gotta like me. I got that one thing. It's so BS. And again, part of politics is negotiating. I understand that, but they put all this crap into one single big package. Ridiculous. And they just all vote yes. They all acquiesce. It's not sustainable. We keep going more and more into debt. It's ridiculous. People should be irate that Republicans and Democrats keep doing this crap. We also have Andy Guitar. Interestingly enough, he does not have a picture of Guitar, saying, quote, I got news for her. The American people do not trust you. Why is everyone in Congress a multimillionaire while working middle-class American citizens scrape through his or her life paying more and more taxes? God damn. I almost feel like, was that? I never seen it, but I always see the clips, the Breaking Bad. He's like, God damn right. Pretty sure it's a quote from the series, but nevertheless, it got 101 likes. Again, they already get paid, what was it, $175,000 to be in DC? And somehow they're all multi-millionaires. Pelosi is worth $250 million. Yeah, she only gets 100. So how she, and apparently she's somehow a better investor than Warren Buffett. Now they just cheat and control the market. Let's see here. One more. Angry Trumper says, quote, look at the purple hair. The lady is certified crazy. She's losing it because people have finally had a platform to channel their concerns. We don't want to hear about pro-president. We have 4 years. We didn't have a real president. Clearly someone pulling the string, getting 633 likes. And again, the beautiful thing about, X being a free social media platform, everyone is seeing the crap that's in the bill that they don't like. And they're seeing how this is, again, it's supposed to be a continuing resolution. I understand why even Republicans want to bolster the budget so that way Trump has to work at Capitol, get things done. I understand why. And I understand in certain instances you might need more budget. We got to cut from somewhere. It's getting ridiculous. So perhaps the best metaphor, and again, this just makes me irate. This thing's 1,600 pages long. Not to talk smack about, well, actually, who cares? People in DC, yes, they might have the acumen to read. I don't think they're speed readers. I don't think they can, none of them, I don't think is actually going to read this whole thing. Here's a perfect picture. So again, I'm not sure this is, exact portrayal of 1,600 pieces of paper, but they have two piles of paper. It says, the one big pile says shit Democrats want, and the one on the right, which is very small, that says shit we need. Getting 2.1 thousand likes, and good metaphor for the current situation. And we'll see at the end of the day how, if anything, if we ever actually cut the budget, and decrease our spending, actually, maybe we pay off the principal of our loans someday. Or maybe we just have to sell some useless asset we don't really use or utilize or benefit from, like Hawaii, and just call it even with the creditors. I'm only partially kidding. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be vested here what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment, it's a great way to give me a little bit of additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.